So you ready to take on the easiest carpet seam anybody could ever step up to do? This is the video for you. What's going on? It's Carpet Mike here from CarpetExpertBlueprint.com, and in this video I'm going to share with you how to seam two different carpets together if you've never done this before. So first things first, we got the hallway carpet is overlapping the bedroom carpet, and I'm cutting down the sides at the door jamb there just to get them nice and even, so when we're all done we can tuck that right in and stretch away from that seam and get it nice and tight. But before you stretch away from it, give it a good 10 minutes to go ahead and cool down, make sure everything's cured properly, and you'll be good to go. Now what I'm about to do here, don't do, because you're not a pro. But if you're a pro, go ahead and just freestyle this. The rest of the world, go ahead and put a straight edge on that and trace that straight line all the way down. I'm just taking a really sharp blade. Watch those fingertips. Don't you cut yourself watching my stuff. Cut a nice straight line so that your edge of the seam is going to fall directly under the door when it's closed. We're going to get that out of the way. We just push that down, make sure it's all good. See where it's lining up? Oh, that is perfect. All right, life is good. Next, we're going to cut little slits into the carpet directly below it there. We're going to spread the nap when we do that as well, because we want to make sure we're not cutting fibers off per se. We're just cutting in between fibers and marking the backing all the way down. This is going to be our little straight edge here. Once again, don't do this how I'm doing this. Go ahead and throw a straight edge on all these little slits so you get a nice straight cut. And I'm just going to take my blade, look at where those cuts are at, and I'm going to play connect the dots all the way down. You got to play games when you work, otherwise it's actually work and nobody wants to go to work. So look at the United States right now. Nobody working. So create these games, make it fun. It'll make it worth showing up and getting paid. Playing connect the dots all the way down, just working our way down slowly. I could probably do it a little bit faster. I should have done a little faster, but who wants to mess up? It's only Wednesday. We got a few more days to go. Almost done at the other side. Boom, boom. All right, cut that string. All right, we're good. It's time to go ahead and seam this thing together. We're going to get our seam tape out, go door jamb to door jamb with it, tear it off, fold down one end, tuck it under. And the reason we're folding it under is because where it's sitting on the tack strip, you want it to bump up just a little bit so it burns evenly. And we're going to do the same thing at the other side. Make sure everything's lining up okay. And if you find that you have a slight overlap, just go ahead and shave that off. Not a big deal. Practice makes perfect. If you're the DIY type, you'll probably do this twice in your life and say, I'm never doing carpet again. But that's cool. At least you stepped up and tried. Set the iron in there starting at the door side. We're going to let it sit in place for a good 8 to 10 seconds or so. Just let that glue get nice and melty and soupy. And then we're going to slide it an iron's length forward. If you overheat it, it could create disaster. So find that sweet spot, 8 to 10 seconds, slowly slide it forward. Make sure that glue's melting exactly the way you want to see it. And when you're an iron's length out, go ahead and stop and put the first part of your seam together. Just go ahead and blend that in. There's other tools for that, but come on now, we got hands. We just gonna blend it in with our fingertips. Look at that, perfection. Then we're just gonna go ahead and tuck it in along the door jamb there. It's gonna hold it in place for us, and we are just working our way down this install. Things are going too smooth. I need to mess something up here. Slide it another iron's length forward, blend that seam in. Like I said, if you go overlap, go ahead and trim it back. If you are gapped a little bit, take your kicker and just tap it together and hold it in place till that glue dries. And then once it's dried, no worries. It won't gap up on you. You'll be all right. Go ahead and blend in that last bit. Let that last little bit of the seam there finish heating up. Then we're going to slide the iron out. Watch how I swoop this here. Whenever I decide to swoop this. Clearly I'm distracted with all that phenomenal seam I just did there. All right, swoop it like that. You don't want the seam tape to come out with you. If it does, it could get glue everywhere. So you want a little bit of technique when you're pulling that out. Then just finish putting it together. Tuck the other end and you are good to go. Remember, let it sit for a good 10-ish minutes. Make sure everything's cool. You can just feel the top of it with your hand. If it's cool, you are free to stretch across the room. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in the next video.